Joe Matthews.
Joe Matthews!
He's your fastest. Those young guys. Joe Matthews comes up, makes big play after big play.
Sit down with one of the players from last year's open tryout that made the team, Joe Matthews. Here's what he had to say. Joe, first question is, how did you hear about the open tryouts you went to?
Well, I was doing a little bit of internet surfing. A buddy and I, who I played college football with, we were just looking for a place to go and compete one weekend.
So what was the process like, getting ready for the tryout and then getting over here for the tryout?
To be honest, I was already done playing football. I was made up in my mind. I was already stepped away from the game, so to be honest, I hadn't even ran a route, since college, believe it or not. So I didn't. There really was no preparation for me. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend, if you're actually trying to come in and get an opportunity.
Very awesome story. Out of Mexico State.
I'm in this water where the sharks beat. Coming from the same place, so lost me.
Does he make the catch? He does!
Hardly.
Joe Matthews!
Running, I know they do not want it. I run over to this, they're punning. No, I ain't trying to kick it. I'm cooking no bun in the oven. I need it on the stove. Push it to the people off.
Chilling on the pile, ride, it's a mock truck, from Shantown on the way to Flatbush. We get wild, you get for stack, look, hit you with the follow-up in the right hook, ride.
I first realized I was special probably around middle school when I first started playing, and I say that with the most humble attitude that you can, say a positive trait about yourself. I was realizing that I was able to do things that I guess were pretty advanced for my age. And again, I say that with the utmost humility. And I realized very quickly that as I got higher up in the levels of football, that things like separation from defenders was going to be a lot tougher. Guys were just faster, more agile. They hit harder. So it kind of forced me to keep my head down and stay in the weight room, stay on the field working. And that brought me to high school. I amplified the workouts by 50. I worked hard in the classroom. I was able to earn a scholarship, one of 3 in my city. It was definitely an accomplishment. From middle school to varsity football, I pretty much played every position, offense, defense, special teams, and I did it all, and I loved it. But it definitely took a toll on the body. So I was working very hard to get to college so that I could play one side of the ball. I chose receiver. It was rough playing at New Mexico State, but I tell you what, it definitely built character. We didn't win very many games, but I tell you what, the guys that I went into battle with, I wouldn't trade them for anyone. We're still friends today, and those bonds that were created during this time were just, you can't replace that. 3 NFL teams called my phone before the draft: the Dolphins, Broncos, and the Lions. I didn't have an agent at the time. No agent, completely rained out pro day. I was like, what else could go wrong, But you take everything in life with a grain of salt and you move on. You ask God, well, what else is there to accomplish? And then you start all over again, chasing dreams.